In this video, I am going to show you how you can make a digital download website like plugintheme.net. I have taken inspiration from a couple of GPL selling websites. So right here you can see at the top we have this header, and in the header we have this search bar and a join membership button. We also have the login and register functionality. So if someone will click here they'll see the login form and the registration form. Right at the bottom we have these categories, so people can go through these categories, and then we have this social media icon. At this place, this is our hero section, and this is a carousel showcasing different kind of WordPress plugins, and this is an additional section for the categories that you want to display. Then I have these tabs here where you can switch between the WordPress themes and the plugins, and you can see the products are changing. Then after that you can see I have an additional section for why they choose your website, and then I have this pricing plan section. Now everything that I have created on this page is using the Flatsome UX builder, so you don't need to use Elementor page builder or any page builder. We'll be completely utilizing the Flatsome. Now right here you can see we have this membership. So if I click on this join now button, I already have changed the pricing of this to $0 for the demo purposes. So if I'll click on this join now button, you can see this is redirecting us directly to the checkout page. Notice that we are not redirected to the cart page. Now in here customer will have to fill out their details. So let me just fill out these details quickly. So here you can see I have filled out these details. Once customer will fill out their details, they'll have to click on this place order. Once they'll click on place order, their order will get activated and you will receive the order. Here you can see it says thank you, your order has been received, and this is the email that I used. So now if I go to the dashboard of our website and if I go to this order, you can see this is the order that I have received 1 minute ago. So if I'll open this order, you can see the details about this order, the billing details, the customer fill-ins, shipping details, and also you can integrate any kind of payment gateway because we are using WooCommerce. You can integrate PayPal, Stripe, or you can use any local payment gateway that you have. So this is the order information. Now if you will go to the users option right here, because we also set it up the membership. So under the users you will see this new user has been added here with the 1 month plan, and you can see this is in the green color, meaning this plan is active. So now if we go back to website again with the user view, you can see this is something that user will see after they will place their order. Now here you can see it has automatically logged in us to our account. Now I can click on this membership right here, and if I click on this membership, you can see we already have been assigned with the 1 month membership. You can see the starting date and the expiration date. Now we are given 10 credits each day, meaning our customer can download 10 products every day. You can configure these items to any numbers that you want. Now if I go to the front end of our website, and if I scroll down, you can see this is one of the products. So I can click on the product, and here you can see we have this download this product for 1 credit, and I can just click on this product name. And if I click on this product name, you can see this has been opened, and from here I can just save this product, and you can see this has been added. So this is the entire functionality of this website. So right here you can see I will be walking you through some essential WordPress settings, WooCommerce installation and activation. We'll be using the Flatsome theme during this tutorial. So you will be learning the entire Flatsome theme installation and configurations. Then I'll be using the Flatsome theme for the header building and for the footer building. I'll also be using the Flatsome theme for the front page building. Now after that I'll show you how you can customize the shop page using the Flatsome theme, and then I'll walk you through how you can customize the product page, cart page, and the checkout page. By that time you will be able to create a simple digital download website. But after that we need to integrate the membership functionality. So in order to integrate the membership functionality, we'll be using some plugins, and with that plugins I'll show you how you can create the monthly, semi-annually, or 1 year membership plan. After that at the end I'll show you some testing and fixes if required. After watching this video, you can make the digital download website like plugintheme.net. You can even sell this as a service on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork if you are a freelancer, and you can make any kind of digital download websites with the membership functionality. These can include ebooks, music videos, music files, mp3 files, anything like that. Before I actually show you the demo, be sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and be sure you watch the entire video till the end, because every step is very essential in order to create this kind of website. So if you are interested in learning, then without further ado, let's get started. So right here you can see I already have my WordPress installed on my hosting. So from here what you want to do is to go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will go to the dashboard of your website, you want to hover over to this appearance, and then you want to click on this theme. So we are going to use a theme called Flatsome. Already have that theme purchased and downloaded in my computer. So from here what you can do is to open this theme. You will get the zip file something like this, and in there you will have this theme file. We want to use this Flatsome, so I'll extract this onto the desktop of my website. Then you can check the other things in here. You also get the dummy data that comes with the theme. You can get in the XML format from here, but we are not going to use any kind of dummy data from here. So now the theme is on my desktop. What we can do is to start installing the theme. So I'll click on add new theme, and then you can click on upload theme. You can click on choose file, and now we'll have to choose the file. So this is the file we want to use, the Flatsome. So click on this install now button, and you will have to wait until this will get installed. So here you can see our theme is installed. We just need to activate this theme, and just click on the activate, and as soon as you will click on activate, something like this will appear. From here you can simply click on let's go, and here you can see I have already registered my theme, and then you can click on continue. From here if you want you can keep the child theme, but we are not going to use the child theme, so I'll click on skip this step. From here it will ask you that we need all of these required plugins, so click on this continue button, and it will automatically start installing these required plugins, and it will automatically activate all of these required plugins. So here you can see we get this error, that the Ajax error we have in the Nextend social login plugin. So we'll have to install this plugin ourselves, but don't worry, just because we are not going to use the demo data or demo import, we are fine with this. So here it says install demo content. We don't need to install the demo content, so I'll click on skip this step, and here you can see this is how it is looking. It is asking you to choose the logo that you want. So I already have the logo, or what we can do is to upload the logo. So I'll click on select file. I've already prepared the things that we are going to use on the website, so I'll upload the logo, and then I'll click on select logo. By the way, all the resources, all the images and other things that I'm going to use in this video, I'll be attaching that into the description of your website, so you can follow along and create your own website just like this, how we are doing. So from here click on this continue button, so it will attach our logo, and here it says about the help and support. Just click on agree and continue, and here we have it says your website is ready. Click on return to WordPress dashboard from here, and it will take us back to the WordPress dashboard. Now if I open our website, you will see that the appearance will be changed, and here you can see this is how it is looking, because now the appearance has been changed. So now what we can actually do is to start creating some pages that we need on the website. So for that what you want to do is to go to the pages section here, and here you can see there are some pages that come with WooCommerce. So we actually want to use those pages. We don't need this sample page, so I'll click on this trash, so we can move this page to trash. And then we need a couple of pages here, so I'll click on add a new page, and once it will get loaded, here you want to give it a title. So I want to give it a title of home, because we want to use it as home page of our website. Then from here I'll disable the full screen mode, and then I'll click publish. Then next to it we want to create another page. Maybe you want to have an about page on your website, so I'll click and add the title of about, and then I'll hit publish. And then you might want to have a membership page on your website, because we are going to use the membership functionality on the website. So we will install the membership page. We'll label it as membership, because this is going to be served as the membership page. And then at the last we also need a contact page, so that people can reach out to us. So here I'll label it as contact, and then I'll hit publish. Now at the end I'll click on add a new page, and this time we are just going to have an additional page for the change log, so that people can see any of the changes we made on the website, any new digital files for the GPL themes or plugins that we'll upload on the website. They can actually see for themselves the files that we have uploaded. So right now if I'll click on this all pages, you can see we have all of these pages. Now the next thing that you want to do is to go to the settings, so we can do some basic WordPress settings. So here it will go the title of your website. So right now I'll keep it as theme hunters. I'll change it later, or maybe we can just name it as plug cart, something like that. And here we'll name it as affordable GPL themes and plugins for WordPress. Alright, once you will do that, make sure you checkmark this option, membership, anyone can register, and then click on save changes. Then what you actually want to do is to click on this reading tab, and in the reading tab click on this static page, and for the home page make sure you choose this home and then click on save changes. Then there is another thing, because we are creating our website right now, so we don't want the search engine to index our website, so that is why I'll check mark this option, discourage search engine from indexing this website. Once the website will be ready, we can just uncheck this option so that Google crawlers can crawl our website. So now if I save this and if I go back to the front page of our website, you can see now we have a blank page here. This is the footer and this is the header part of our website. Now I'll go back here, and under the media, what we actually want to do is to remove anything that is showing here, because WordPress by default keep a number of copies of every image that you upload on your website. So I just remove all of these things to keep the WordPress website size smaller. And the next thing that you want to do is to go to the permalink section. In the permalink sections, make sure you choose this post name as the permalink structure, and then click on save changes. And once you will do that, here if you want, you can change this to shop base or shop base with a category. This is how the permalink will look, and this is the default permalink that is currently selected right here. Then next up we have some privacy settings. You can go through these privacy settings if you want. If you want to have a privacy policy page on your website, you can choose the privacy policy page, and then you can click on use this page and it will save it automatically. Next thing what you want to do is to install some required plugins. So I'll go to this plugins section right here, and you can see we have the plugins that were installed by the Flatsome theme. So we don't actually need this next and social login, so I'm going to deactivate this and I'll delete this plugin from here. We may need the contact form 7, but I'm going to deactivate this plugin because I'm going to use a different form plugin. So I'll click on add new plugin right here, and I'm going to search for fluent forms, because we are going to use the fluent forms on our website for all the forms that we'll create on this website, like for the contact page or any other page where you will need a form. So once you will install this, just click on activate and it will activate this form plugin for you. The next thing that you want to do is to install a membership plugin. So for this video we are going to use the membership plugin from Yet. I already have purchased and downloaded the plugin, so I'll click on this choose file. I'll go to the downloads, and under the downloads I already have this plugin right here, Yet WooCommerce membership premium. So I'll install this plugin. You will require the premium version of this plugin. I will also drop the link of the Flatsome theme and this membership plugin from Yet in the description of the video. So if you want to use that, you can have that. I'll activate the plugin later, so I'll simply click on return to dashboard and activate the license later. So right here you can see we only need the Fluent form, WooCommerce, and Yet WooCommerce membership premium plugin. So with that and with the fluent forms, we can actually start building our website. If I go here and if I refresh, you can see there is nothing here, just a default header and a default footer that comes with the Flatsome theme. So now what we actually need to do is to start creating the categories for our website. So I'll go to the categories option right here, and under the categories we can actually first of all rename this uncategorized thing, and we'll name it as WordPress themes. We are going to have a number of categories, so I would recommend you to watch each step closely so that you don't miss any step, and you will be able to replicate this website any ways you want. So the next category that we need is WordPress plugins, and then we need WooCommerce plugins maybe, and then we can also have WooCommerce themes, something like that. And then if you want, you can have a other category called bundles. So maybe you want to provide the bundles of themes and plugins like that. So these will serve as the main categories, and then we are going to have some other categories. So for the WordPress theme, I also want to categorize the themes based on their niche. So for the WordPress theme, first of all, I want to have the category of blog, and after the blog we may have a category for BuddyPress or BuddyBoss for the social media sites, and then we can also have business, and then we can have corporate, and then we can have creative, then maybe we can have directory and listing, and then we can have e-commerce, and then education. After that we can have maybe for mobiles or for multi vendors, then some categories for multi-purpose themes, then a separate categories for newspaper or magazine type websites. So a separate category is for newspaper or magazine, and then a category for real estate, and a last category for technology. So I want all of these categories to be under the main WordPress themes category, and then we'll create some categories under the WordPress plugin. So I'll choose WordPress plugins from here, and after that what you want to do is to insert the categories. So maybe here we can add admin tools, and then we can have advertising, and then backup. Make sure I capitalize these. So backup, and then cache, and minifications or minify, and then calendars, then coming soon. Once again a category for directory and listing, and then email and newsletters, forms. You can have as many categories as you want. There is no limit in WooCommerce or WordPress about the number of things you can keep. There is no such limit, so you can have as many things as you want. So next one I need is help desk or live chat, and then we need import and export, so like WordPress migration, and then some for the interface elements like WordPress dashboard customizations, and then a category for learning management systems, a category for maps, then a category for media, and a category for membership plugins, then a category for menu design, then a category for multi-vendor again, and a category for multilingual, and another one we'll need is multi-site, and then we need one category for page builders like Elementor, Divi, Break page builders, and then we need one for payment gateways, so one for payments, another one for WordPress security, and then one category for search engine optimization, for one for shipping, then a very important one for sliders because people use that a lot, and then one for social media integrations, and then for some general utilities. So these are all going to be the subcategories for WordPress plugins. Then after that we want to have some categories for WooCommerce plugins, so I'll choose this WooCommerce plugins from here, and first of all we can add Amelia, and then Barn 2, and then Dokan, and then product design, and then we can have page builder frameworks. Then after that we can have store apps. Another one we can have is storefront. Then we can have WooCommerce vendors. Then we can have WooCommerce actually, and then WP labs and WP listers or lister. Then after that we can have XL plugins, and then we need a category for Yit plugins. So these are going to be all the categories for WooCommerce plugins. Then we don't need the categories for WooCommerce themes and the bundles. We don't need that. So I'm comfortable with keeping as many categories that are right here, and these are a lot of categories right now. So now we have created the categories. If I go here, you can see they will not show here, but we actually want to show all of these categories here so that people can customize it. So what we actually want to do is to create the menus out of these categories. So in order to create the menus, what you actually want to do is to hover over to this appearance, and then you want to go to this menus, click on the menus thing right here, and in here what you can do is to name a category as main menu, and then you can create a menu. Just click on create menu button right here, and it will appear something like this. Now from here we need to add the WooCommerce categories, but by default you won't see it here. So for that you want to click on the screen options right here, and from all of these options you want to have this product categories option enabled, and as soon as I'll click here, you can see we'll have these product categories showing up right here because we will need that. So I'll close this from here, and then from here, first of all, what we can do is to start inserting this product. So I'll click on this product categories, and then I'll click on this view all, and here you can see there are all the categories showing up something like this, and here you can see all of the subcategories that we created are also showing. So what we can do is to click on view all, and then we can click here to select them one by one, or you can click on select all. It will select all of them, and then click on add to menu. So here you can see it has selected the menus of first page or of the second page, and then from here you can click on this one, and then you can click on select all, and it will select all the categories from here as well, and they will show something like. So now from here we actually want to set the levels categories. So first of all, I want to have the WordPress themes. So here is the WordPress theme. I'll drag it here. Then we want to have the WordPress plugins. I'll drag it right here. Then after that we need to have the WooCommerce themes and the WooCommerce plugins. Then after that we can have a category for bundles. So these are going to be the main category, and then we are going to place subcategories under these categories. So now we actually need to find the relevant categories. So first of all, we need a blog category. So I'll just search for the blog, where we can find the blog category here. So there is the blog. So I'll just drag it at the top. So I'll have to go back down to find it again. Here is the blog. So I'll just drag it at the top under the WordPress themes, and then next to it we need BuddyPress. It's going to take some time because we have a number of items in all of our categories, but the process will remain the same. You need to find the categories that you want to place under the main categories. And our main menu is saved. Now if we go back and if I refresh, you can see our menu is still not showing here. That is why we have to assign the menus in the customizer. So for that, what you can do is to simply click on this customize button right here, and then you will have to wait until the customizer will get loaded. This will take some time depending upon your hosting and your internet connection, but here you can see this has been loaded. So here you can see header, and here we'll have to find the menu option. So here it says assign a menu in theme option menus. So here you can go back here, and here is the menu. So you can click on this menu, and here you will see this main menu right here. So just click on there and just go back, and here you can choose main menu right here, and then make sure you choose this main menu for mobile as well. So just choose this one as well, and here you can see our menus have started showing just like this. Once they'll start showing, just click on this publish button, and then you can go back and then you can close that. And once you will close this, you can see there is how our menus are showing. We need to start creating our header, but before that we need to create a mega menu for all of these long subcategories for the navigation, because we don't want the user to scroll through this long list of menus. So to create the mega menu, what you actually want to do is to click on this UX blocks. So click on this UX blocks, and here you can see we don't have any elements in the UX blocks. So from here what you want to do is to click on this add new button, and here what you want to call it is WordPress themes, because we are going to have different elements on our website. We have a drop down for WordPress themes, and then we have a long drop down for WordPress plugins, and then we have somewhat drop down for WooCommerce plugins. We are not going to create a mega menu for the WooCommerce plugins, but we are going to create for the WordPress themes and the WordPress plugins. So I'll click here, and here I'll name it as WordPress themes just for my reference, and then I'll click on this publish button right here. If you want, you can categorize this. Just click on this categories, and here I'll name it as mega menu, just a category for my reference. This will not appear on the front end of the website. So once again, I'll click on this UX blocks, and then I'll click on this edit button right here, and here you can see our category is showing. So I'll choose this mega menu from here, and then I'll click on this update button. Now we can actually start designing our mega menu. So I'll click on this UX builder right here, and as soon as you will click on this UX builder, the UX builder will get loaded. So from here click on this add element, and from here choose this section, and then from here what you want to do is to go with this default option right here, and then scroll all the way down and then click on this apply button. Then from here click on add element again, and this time we want to add a row. So click on this row right here, and it will ask you what kind of elements you need. So we need a 2-column row because we don't actually have much things in this WordPress themes items, so we are just going to split them in two. So I'll choose this 2 option here, and then I'll click apply, and then once again I'll click apply here as well. Now you can click on this add element right here, and inside of this element what we actually want to do is to add the navigation items that we have. So for that what you want to do is to click on this add element again, and then from here search for menu, and here just insert the menu, and here you will see this is how it will look. So now there is once again some manual work, so you will click each item. So here it says menu link, just click here, and then from here what you want to do is to open all of these things in a new tab, because we are going to use these titles for our navigation menu. I'll drag it at the end. So the first category that we have is called blog, so I'll copy the blog from here and I'll insert it right here. And then after the blog we have this body press. I'll copy this, and then I'll select this menu items and I'll paste it here. But before, let's just insert the link here. So link for the categories, I want to search for blog here, and I'll choose this blog category. Then for the body press, where it says select category, I'll just search for body press, and here is the body press. Now for the third menu item, this is going to be the business category, so I'll then copy this from here. I'll paste it as text, and then I want to search it in the category as well, and this is the business category. Now for the fourth category, this is going to be for the corporate, so I'll copy this corporate category from here and I'll insert the corporate category right there. And then after that I'll select the same corporate category from here and I'll insert it here. Now you can see we need to add more items. So for that what you can do is to right click here and then just click on this duplicate button, and once you will duplicate, it will get duplicated. Next up we need the creative category, so I'll select the creative and I'll paste it here, and then I want to search for the same creative category right here. So this is how it will add the creative category. Next up we have this directory and listing. I'll copy the directory and listing category, and then I'll duplicate this option a couple of times because we are going to have more options here. So I'll paste the directory and listing here and I'll search here directory. So here we have directory and listing, so I'll insert the directory and listing. And next up we have is e-commerce category, so I'll copy this e-commerce category from here, insert it right here, and then I want to search for e-commerce, and here is our e-commerce category. After the e-commerce category we also have one category in this row, and that is going to be the education category. So I'll copy this, paste it right here, and then I'll insert the education category right here. So we are going to have this many element in the first row. Now with that what you can do is to go to this navigator, and then you can simply duplicate this, and once you will duplicate this, this will appear something like this. Just click on apply and then just select and drag it inside of this column, and it will appear something like so. Here we can start inserting more items. So we already have added this education category. Now I will copy this multi-purpose category and I'll insert the multi-purpose right here, and I'll then select the multi-purpose category. Then next up we have this multi-vendor, so I'll copy the multi-vendor and I'll insert the multi-vendor right here, and then I'll search for multi-vendor. Next up we have this mobiles category, so I'll copy the mobiles from here and I'll label it as mobile, and then I'll search for the link as mobiles, and then I'll hit apply. Be sure to you keep hitting the apply button. And then after the mobiles we are going to have newspaper or magazine, so I'll just add newspaper or magazine here, then I'll search for newspaper and magazine, then I'll hit apply. And next up we have a real estate category, so I'll copy the real estate, and then here is the next category. I'll change it to the real estate right here, and after that we are going to have a category for the technology, so I'll copy this and I'll insert the technology category right here, and I'll search for the technology category. After that we are done. These are all the categories that we need. So I am actually going to remove these 2 items from here because we don't actually need them. Or what I can also do is to move this menu link to the next menu, so e-commerce and education. Then I'll click on this apply button and then I'll hit update. With that, it will get updated. Now you can start checking the responsiveness, and in the responsive you can see this is looking just fine. So we don't actually need to work on the responsive part here. And then once again I'll click on this update button and then we can close this. And once you will close this, you can go to appearance and then you can go to menus and once you will go to menus, from here what you want to do is to search for the category. So here where it says menu drop down, just click here and this time choose this option that says UX blocks and choose this WordPress themes from here. And here it will say reveal on hover or on click. Be sure to choose on hover because generally people just hover over there, and then click on this save menu. And now if we go to the front end of our website and if I refresh our website, if I hover over, you can see this is how our menu is looking. We actually need to adjust the width. So I will give it a width of 800 here and then I'll click on save changes. And now if I go back and if I hit refresh and if I hover over, you can see this is exactly the same now. Now we actually need to fix a few things here. If I hover over right here you can see it says default. You can choose container width and then you can click on save menu. And now if we go here and if we hit refresh, you can see now it is having the container width that we need. Now we can actually remove this option or you can adjust the values again. I'll make it 500 again. Now if I refresh this again, this should get 500 or it is having the container width. If you want to apply some custom width, you have this default custom size option right here. We can remove this thing from here and we can apply our custom width right here. So I'll make it 500 and then I'll save this. And now if we refresh and if I hover over, you can see this is having the 500 width. If you want to make it even more smaller, so for example you might want to make it just a tiny bit smaller, maybe 450. So I'll click on save changes. So here you can see this is the 500 and now if I refresh and if I hover over, this is the 450. Now we can do the same thing for the WordPress plugins. So I am going to open all of these subcategories in a new tab because we are going to use all of these subcategories in a mega menu. You can be as creative as you want. That is completely to you, however creative you want to be. I'm just going to show you the simple way of doing the things. Rest is your creativity. However you want to do the things, however you like the things. So this one is the multilingual, multi-vendor, and then we have this multi-sites. Looks like we'll have to reduce the size. So next up we have this multi-site. I think we already have opened, but let's just open it again. Page builders, payments, security, SEO, shipping, slider, social media plugins, and then at the last utility. So now we have opened all of these categories. We can actually start creating the mega menu. So I'll drag it at the end and now I'll go back here. Now once again click on this UX blocks and then click on this add menu, and this time I want to name them as WordPress plugins and then I want to choose them as mega menu, and then I'll click on this publish button, and then once again you can click on this builder, UX builder. So the UX builder will start getting loaded. From here click on add element and then choose the section. We want to use the default section, so click on apply and then click on add element right here, and then we want a row. So this time we are actually going to use the 3 rows because we have a lot many rows or a lot many items in this plugins mega menu. So once again search for this menu and insert the menu right here, and then just start adding this mega menu. So first of all we have this admin tools. I'll search for the admin tools here, and here is the admin tools. Click apply once you have added any new menu items. Next up we have this advertising. So I'll select the next menu link and I'll insert the advertising category here, choose it and click on apply. And next up we have backup. So I'll copy the backup and then I'll go back here, I'll add this backup right here, and then I'll search for the relevant category backup and then I'll hit apply right there. And then next up we have this cache and minify. I'll copy this category from here and then I'll insert the category in menu 4, cache and minify. I'll search for the category name, cache and minify here, and then I'll hit apply. Once again, you will have to duplicate the items from here to add it accordingly. So I am going to add all of these items. I'm not going to show you exactly how, because I already showed you. So I'm going to skip the video from here until the next step. So here you can see I have already added all of these categories. I'll just hit the update button right here. I'll once again hit the update button. Let's look at the tablet. It is responsive, and let's look at the mobile version as well, and this one is also looking responsive. So we can go to the desktop, and then we can just close this, and it says we need to update once again. So I'll click on update, and now we can just close this. Now once you do that, we can go to appearance and menus again, and once you will go to this appearance and menu where it says WordPress plugins, just expand this option where it says UX blocks. Choose the WordPress plugins blocks that we have created right now, and then in here where it says designs, make sure you choose the custom design, and in the custom design this time we can give it a width of maybe 700 pixels. We will just test it, whichever will look fine. So I'll just update it. Now if we go here and if I refresh, if I hover over, you can see this is how it is looking. I think this is looking just fine. Maybe we want to increase some 50 pixels from here, so I'll just add 50 pixels here, and then I'll click on this save menu. And now if we go here and if I refresh, you can see this is looking good. So this is how we can actually create the mega menus. You can create your own mega menus to decide however you want to display these menus. You can be, once again, as creative as you want. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, go to YouTube, or if you are already watching this video on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel and be sure to hit the like button to always get the latest video updates. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section, or if you need this pre-made template that is ready to import, I'll also sell that template. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp or on my email. So now that we have created these navigation menus, we can actually start creating the templates for our header and for our footer. So now we can begin by creating the header of our website. We already have created this navigation menus. So now we are ready to start creating our header. So in order to create the header, what you actually need to do is to click on this customize button. So click on this customize button, and once you will click on the customize button, the customizer will start getting loaded. You will have to wait until it will get loaded. This depends on your internet connection and the hosting that you are using. So from here you will see this option header. Just click on this header, and here you will see some presets first of all. So if you want, you can use some presets here. So if I click any of these, you will notice that our header will change accordingly. So this is the third preset right here, and this one is the fourth preset. Then we have this fifth preset. So I think we'll go ahead with this preset right here. So we'll keep this preset. If you want, you can have a look at the other presets that are already available right here. If you want, you can have the toggled preset here, so that you will have a toggle menu here, the header in the center, and a search bar here. You have a complete choice here. You can go through all of the options yourself to decide which header presets you would like to use for your website. For now, I would like to go ahead with this preset right here. So I'll go back, and here next up you will see the settings for the logo and the site identity. Remember, we already have uploaded our logo, so that's why you are able to see our logo here. If you want, you can place your logo in the center, and then it will appear something like this. So maybe we can just use this in this way so that our logo will align in the center. Next up, you can also assign the site icon, which is actually called the fav icon. For that, you will have to select the logo or your fav icon, and then you can simply adjust the fav icon and it will start appearing in the Chrome browser or whichever browser you will be using. After that, we have this option for the top bar if you want to display the top bar. For now, I would not like to display any top bar, so I'll disable the top bar from here. And as soon as I'll do that, see, our top bar is removed from here. I'll go back, and next up we have this header main option. So in the header main option, you have this option to choose between this content width or full width. If you choose the full width, the header will stretch itself to the full width. This is not a good idea. Many of the people nowadays use very big screens, so that's why you only want to use this content width. So your website should have a hierarchy or the similarity of elements on your website. So right here you have the option for the height. If you want to increase the height, for now it is just 91. If you want to increase it, just move this bar, and with that you can easily adjust your own height for this header. Next up, you have the option to choose between the dark mode or the light mode. For now the light mode is selected. If I'll click on this dark mode, you will see some of the element will stop working because they'll change themselves to the dark mode. So I'll change it back to the light mode here. If you want, you can add a background color to the header. I'm not going to add any background color because we don't actually need that. Next up, if you want, you can also attach a background image. I'm not also going to do that. If you want to enable the shadow, you can enable the shadow here. And if you want to add the divider, you can enable the divider here. For now, you cannot see the divider part here. And the reason is that we have this solid color here. So it's better we can only remove this part. If you want to add any HTML after the header, you can do that as well. And it is really helpful. You can create your own blocks using the UX blocks, and then you can insert the shortcode of those blocks here, like the way we did for these navigation items right here. And it will start rendering that element right below this header part here, so in between of both of these elements. Next up, you have some of these navigation styles available. For now, I think we haven't added any item in this main header, that's why none of these navigation style will work. But if you want, you can go through these elements here to see how they work. So see, if I enable this option, now we have this tiny divider right here, and if I disable this option or remove this from here, you see this is removed from here. So you can go through these options yourself. You have the complete freedom to play around with all of these things. Next up, we have this navigation size. For now, default is selected. If you want to increase or decrease it, you can choose medium, large, extra large, or any other options, whichever will be suitable for you. You also have the freedom to choose the nav spacing. So for now, the default spacing is enabled. If I increase the spacing, so for example, if I make it medium, you will see there will be extra spacing between all of these elements in the main header. So for example, if I change it to extra large, you will notice that the spacing will change. So it's better to keep it to default and it will look just fine. Then you have the option to toggle between uppercase or the small case. So for now, I'll just choose the uppercase option here so that we will have the uppercase for all the elements in the header. Then next up, we have the option for nav hide and nav push. We are not going to use that option. And if you want to make your header transparent, you can enable this option for the transparent header here. And then if you want to enable the shade, it will enable the shade option from there. Now let's just go back from there. And next option we have is this header bottom. So this area right here is called the header bottom. And with this header bottom, you can start using your own color, whichever way you would like. So let's just pick the color from our logo. So I would like to use this blue color from here. So I'll copy the color. I'll copy the color code from here. By the way, I'm using the ColorZilla extension. You can use that extension as well. This is the free extension. So see, as I inserted this color code here, our color has been changed, and now we can adjust the height of this thing from here. So if you want, you can increase it. So let's just make it just 50, will look just fine. And then now you will see these nav styles in effect. So if I enable this option, you will see the divider between all of these menu items. If I toggle on this thing here, you will see this divider at the bottom. If I'll enable this background color, now you can see the background color behind these nav item. If I toggle on this, you can see now we have this tiny circle behind this nav item, and it will appear for all of these items. Then you have this option right here, and it will give you this button kind of effect. So you have the freedom to choose between all of these styles. So I think I'm going to go ahead with this style right here because we don't want anything very fancy, because that way our website speed will get compromised. Next up, you have the option for the nav size. So let's just make this one as medium or large size. So the medium I think looks fine. Next up, if you want, you can toggle between uppercase or the smaller case. So let's just keep it in the uppercase. And then if you want, you can add overlay on hover. If I'll enable this option, and if I hover over, you can see now we have this background overlay thing, that like very subtle black color of overlay color here. So if you want to enable this option, you can enable this option. And then you have option to choose for nav colors and the nav color for hover. For now, I think all of these colors looks fine, so I'm not very eager to change the colors here, but if you want, you can change the navigation color and the nav hover color right here. I'll go back. Next up, we have the option for header, mobile menu and overlay. Before we actually jump into all of these options, let's just insert something at this spot right here. So maybe we want to display the social media icons. So for that, just grab this social media icon and paste it right here. And as soon as you will add it, you will see that this is how they will appear. Now you want to edit this icon, so click here, and here you will see the option to add the URLs. So for now we have this Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and emails are enabled. So you might want to remove this email part from here, or we can also remove this Twitter part. And as soon as you will do that, you will see that it will appear something like this. I think our menu that we have, we need to adjust the size of the menu. So I'll go back here for the header bottom, and I'll change the size to default size again. Now if I do that, you can see now we have more space here, and with that we can actually start adding more social media icons. So for the Twitter, we can add it back here so that we'll have a Twitter icon, and here you can see now we have the Twitter icon. You can add all of these icons that are available here: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X. So we need the X rather than Twitter because Twitter is now X. If you want, you can add phone number, Pinterest, and all the other things. You can go through there. You will only have to provide your links for these social media handles. And next up, you have the option to choose between the presets for the icon. So if I enable this option, you can see now we have this circle around here. If I enable this option, you can see now we have background color. Here the corners are not rounded, and here as well the corners are not rounded. So you can go through all of these options yourself to choose between which option suits you best. So now let's just go back from this follow icon thing, and now we have this thing set it up like here. Now we can actually start looking at this sticky header thing. So if you want to make your header sticky, you can enable this option. For now our header main, which is this area right here, is sticky, and we don't want that to be sticky. So I'll disable this option from here, and then header bottom is sticky as well, which is this option. So I'll make it disable as well, so it won't stick on the top as we scroll. And then we have the sticky options right here, the some effects for your sticky header. Now let's just go back. Now we have the option for this drop down style. So these are all the things for the drop downs. So this thing is actually coming from a block, so we might not be able to do it here. If you would like to edit these items that are in the blocks, you will have to go to the UX blocks. But I think for now it looks fine. But if you want to try out some of the options, there are some of the options. You can change the background color. Let's just copy the color code from there, and let's just insert a background color. So now you can see our background color is changed, and then you can also change the border color here. So for now the border color is this. If you want, you can change the border color to something else. So let's just change it to something like this, probably. Yeah, if you want, you can add the border like that, or you can remove the border. So let's just remove the border for now, and if you want, you can add the shadow. We have a subtle shadow right here. You might not be able to see it, but as you will create your website, you can see those shadows. Then you have the option for drop down border radius. If you want to make the corners rounded, you can choose between these options. See right here at the bottom that the corners are becoming rounded as I go through these options right here. Next up, we have this default drop down styles. So for the default drop down styles, we don't have anything selected for the link styles. If you want to change it, you can choose the styles here. As I go through these options, you won't be able to see anything right now, and the reason for that is we have this background color here. So we might want to change this background color for the drop down menus. And with that, you will actually have to hit the publish button right here, and then you will have to click on this refresh, and now you can see we have this light color back again. So let's just go back to the header option again, and let's just go back to the header style. So in the text style here, you have two options, dark or light. So let me just insert the blue color again that we have. So I'll paste the blue color again. Now it is blue again, and then in here you have this text color. For now the dark is selected, and with the dark you will see the text color in dark, and if you will switch it to light, you can see now it is working just fine. And then if you want, you can make the text styles upper or smaller case. I already have them in uppercase in the block that we are using for this. So I'm good with this thing right here. All right. Next up, you have the option for the buttons. We don't have any button right now here, but we actually want to add the button, and that is going to be here. But before that, let's just add a divider right there. So here you can see now we have a divider. We actually want to insert a button. So I'll insert the button right here, and here you can see now we have this button. So I'll click on the button, and here you can see we have the button, and here I want to change it to join, or maybe join the club. And with that, we will have this join the club option right here. This is actually a button. Now we'll have to adjust the spacing between the elements. Here you can insert the link as well. For now, I'll just add the hash here, and then you can go through this color option. So if you will choose secondary success alert, it will change the color as well. And then there are some styles, and there is style for the size as well. You can change the size and the other things also. Then you have options for the button too, but we only have added the button one. So I'll go back here, and then we'll go to header main. So let's just change this back and make it a little bit smaller here. And then what we actually want to do is to look at nav spacing. So let's just choose this small or extra small. Yeah, I think the extra small spacing look fine, but then we will have to switch the logo part, the left side. So we'll go to the logo and the site identity, and let's just move here. And now you can see this is how it looks. Don't worry about this search bar right here. We can always make them bigger or smaller anyways that we want. So here you can see this is how it is looking. Now this search bar is bigger than before, and we can add a divider right here as well. Now we have a divider right there, and we may move this button right here, and then we will add this right here. Let's just update this, and let's have a look at this in a new tab. So you can see now this is how it is looking. So all of these things are looking just fine. What we actually need to do is to change this content that you are seeing right here. So for that, what you can do is to go back here, and then from here you will see this option cart. So enable this option, and here you will see multiple options for your cart icon. So let's just change it to bag instead of this icon. It won't update, so you will have to refresh the page, and then you will see this show cart total or show cart title. I'll just disable the cart title and the cart total because we don't actually need that. And then you will have this mini cart content option, auto reveal mini cart. We will enable this option, and then show quantity input. If you will enable this option, it will show the quantity input in the cart that will show up right here. So if you want, you can enable this, otherwise you can disable this. And then you can also enable or disable the show free shipping. And then if you want to add a custom block, you can add the custom block right. And then in here you have this mini cart drawer width option. You can set the width yourself, and if you want to display the cross cells, you can show the cross cells. So let's just show the cross cells, and under the behavior you will see show mini cart drop down if you want to show them as a drop down, or if you want to display show mini cart drawer, that will appear for the entire screen toward the right side. So I'll enable this option, and then I'll hit publish. Now if we go back and if I refresh this, and if I click here, you can see this is how our cart is. It is looking just fine. All right, now we are done here. I think I'm going to move around the things again. So I'll move the button right here, and I'm going to add the search bar right back where it is. So I'll hit publish, and now in here, if I refresh, you can see their positions have been changed. We don't actually need this divider here, so I'll move it back. Now if I refresh, and if I go back and if I refresh, you can see the divider is gone from. Now I'll go back, and then I can also remove this divider from here because I think we don't actually need that, or maybe we'll need that, I don't know. Yeah, we have a lot of, they're sticking next to each other. That is not good thing. So I'll add the divider, and then I'll hit publish. Now it is looking just fine. So let's just look at this in incognito window. Oh, I have this maintenance mode on. So anyways, this is looking something like this, and here you can see this is not looking good. So for that, what we'll have to do is to go back, and under the drop down style, we actually want to use this light style, and then I'll hit publish. And now if I go back and if I refresh, you can see this is not looking good. So let's just change the background color to the white color again, and let's hit publish and let's refresh. Now it is looking good, and the reason behind that is we have this black color in the UX blocks. If you want to add a background color here, then for your block you will have to change the color for all of these navigation items to match your background color so that text will be readable. I'm not going to go through all of those things now, so for now I'm good with this thing right here that is showing something like. So I'll go back here, and I think next up what we can do is to look at this account thing right here. And for the account, if you want, you can display the icon for the account. So let's just display this account icon, and then if you want to show the label, you can show the label. I will actually disable the label from here. And then for the login style, for now the lightbox is selected, and I think lightbox is fine. And then for here you can choose show registered label. If you want, you can show the registered label, but it won't show because we hide the label thing from here. For now it is showing my account because I am logged in, but if someone else will look at it, it will not show like the way it is showing here. So what we can actually do is to go back here, and I can disable the maintenance mode. So I'll have to go to Flatsome and then advanced, and then from here you will see this maintenance mode. Just toggle that off and then click on save all changes. Now if I will copy this URL and if I will open this in the new tab or in incognito window, you can see how it is looking. Now we have this login and register thing here, and if I click here, you can see we only have this login form here. We don't have a register form. We are going to fix that as well, but before that, let's just make the button bigger. Let's just do a few more things. So I'll go back here. Let's go back and let's look at the card thing again. It is supposed to change the icons, but for some reason it is not changing the icon. Maybe because I'll have to choose the option here. So I'll choose the icon style here, and now you can see it has changed that right here. So for the button now, I'll click on the button and then I'll change the size of the button to maybe medium or large. I think medium will fine. So let's just live with the medium, whichever option we have available. So I think for now our header is looking fine. What we can do is to start making it responsive. So let's just move ahead with this tablet device. So in the tablet device, we have logo in the center, the card in the right side, and the navigation bar towards there. And it is looking just fine. We have the search bar here as well. Now, if you will go to header options again, then here we'll have the option to add more items here. So for example, if you want to add a button here, we can again drag our button 1 inside here. And now if I close this, you can see our button is showing right here. This is how you can actually go through all of these different options to decide if you want to display the things here. So for example, if you want to add the things inside of this pop-up, so you can call it pop-up or mobile menu or whatever you want to call it. Let's just bring it back down here because we might want to display it here, but we actually want to display it inside here. Then what you will have to do is to open this header mobile menu. Just open this option right here. Then in here, once again, you will see the presets. If you want to use this preset, you are good with that. If you want to display a centered one, you can use this. And then you have the option for the menu icon styles. So for the menu icon styles, you can change it to different icon styles. That is up to you, whichever styles you want to use. Then in here you have this menu overlay settings. So for now, if I enable this, click on this, you can see it is coming from the left side. If you want to bring it towards the right side, you can click here and it will then bring the menu from the right side. And if you want it to appear on the entire screen, now if I open this, you can see it is showing the entire screen. So it is really up to you however you want to open these things. And then in here you have other options, menu items behavior. So when you click on open link, so if someone will click on any of these things, it will open the link. And if you will click on sub menu effect, so we have a lot of sub menus, you can click on accordion. And if I click here, you can see this is the accordion. And now if I change it to slide, it will change it to slide. So now let's just open it again. And now if I click here, now you can see it has opened the entire thing. So this is the slide effect right here. So you have the option to choose there. And then you have the option to choose the sub menu level. We don't have the menu level, so that is why we are good at this part. Then next to it, we have the options for the tabs. So for example, you wanted to have 2 tabs here, you can enable the 2 tab. And it will show the second tab in this nav view items. Here it says categories. So now you can see a second tab, and here it says categories. So you can go through all of these options. I'm not going to use the second tab options anyways. So I'm not going to use the second option, so I am good at this part right here. So about the elements in this menu, what you can do is to add the new things here. So what you will have to do is to just make it visible, and here you will start seeing the items. So I just wanted to display the button here, join the club, and here we are seeing this item right here, and we also have my account thing here, which is a good thing. So I think we are good at this part, and we don't actually need to add more things. So now I can close this. The last thing I can do is to change the menu thing from here, and I'll change it back to the default what it was, because that was looking fine. We can now switch to the mobile device, and on the mobile devices you can see this is how the layout is looking. And once again the same thing, if I'll click here it will show the same thing, and if I'll click on this WordPress themes, it will open the WordPress themes just like this. Now if I click here, it will slide the thing, so which is a good thing. So now our header is responsive as well. So in this way you can create the header for our website. After that, just click on publish button. Now we can actually go and check our website. And now let's just copy the URL and let's just open this in a new tab. And here you can see this is how it is looking. If I'll click on this inspect button, and if I change the device view, you can see this is how it is looking on the mobile devices. So now our header is responsive as well. We can actually start creating the footer of our website now. So in order to create the footer, here is the footer option. So click on the footer, and now this entire thing is our footer. This area, it says footer, so this is our footer. And then in here, if you want to add a custom footer block, you can add your own block. So for example, if I'll choose this WordPress plugins, you can see our WordPress plugin block is showing here. So you can create your own blocks, and then you can assign them to the footer as well, which is a very good thing. So here for now we have this footer one enabled. So this thing is the footer one, and for now we have this light version enabled. If you want to change it to dark version, you can change it to the dark version as well. Then in here we have this footer 2, and the footer 2 you can see we have this background color. If you want to change the background color, I'll just copy the default background color that we have, and I'll paste the URL of that, and then I'll hit enter. This should get applied if we had anything here. Now we had this absolute footer. If I hover over, you can see it says absolute footer. So this is an absolute footer thing. I can change it to the center, and it will align everything in the center here. Now I can change the background color of this thing, and here you can see this is the default color for this thing right here. Then you can also choose to decide the button text primary and secondary. For now it says copyright UX current year, which is the current year, copyright symbol, and then Flatsome themes. We can change this to anything. So let's just change it to plug cart, and it will change it to plug cart. Here we can add .com at the end if we want to. So you can see that it is really easy to edit these footer components here, and just because we are not creating any custom components, that is why we are good at managing all of these things. So at the last we can also add some additional things. So why don't we add some additional keywords at the bottom? So here you can see there are some additional keywords. You can keep those keywords or you can remove them. I think I'm going to just remove them because it is affecting the alignment here. Then if you want, you can enable the button shapes for the enable to top. For now you cannot see the enable to top thing here, but we actually have the button to top, and once we'll start creating the website, you will be start seeing this thing. If you want to show this to the top button on the mobile devices, you can enable this option, and then in here once again you have the option to add the shortcodes for the UX blocks or any custom HTML elements right here. So this is actually how you can customize this basic footer. I'm not going to add a lot of these things in the footer, but if you want to, you can just click on this footer once again, and then you will have to click on edit footer widget, and then from the footer widget you can click on footer one, and then you can start creating your own blocks however you want. I'm not going to add any kind of blocks here, so I'll just click on this publish button because we don't actually need that. This is not that kind of website. So I'll just click on this cross, and now we have this header and the footer created right here. Now there is one last thing. Now here you can see as I hover over the custom blocks that we have created, these look fine. But for the one that are coming from the theme, you can see the text in those drop downs are not very readable. So we need to fix that. So for that, you want to click on the customize thing here again. And once you will click on the customize thing, you want to go to the header here and then you want to click on drop down styles, and under the drop down style, just change the text color to dark and then click publish. And as soon as you will do that, if we go back, if I hover over, you can see now the text become visible again. So this is really simple fix. There are simple fix for the problems that you will occur. You will just have to pay some attention to whatever you are doing on the website. Now let's just fix one last thing in the header. So if I copy the URL and if I open this in a new tab, now if I click on this login or register thing here, you can see we only have the login form here. We actually want to display the register form too, so that people can register to the website and set the password for themselves. So by default, WooCommerce gives you the login. We actually need to enable that in settings. So for that, what you want to do is to go to the dashboard of your website, and once you will go to the dashboard, just hover over to this WooCommerce and then click on this settings button right here. And once you will click on the settings, you want to go to this accounts and privacy, and under the accounts and privacy here you will see this tab accounts creation. So under the account creation, you want to enable allow customers to create an account on my account page. Just check mark this option. And then in here it says allow customers to place orders without an account. Make sure you enable this option, and then also allow customer to log into an existing account during the checkout. You can enable this option as well, but I'm not going to enable that option. So I'll just click on save changes right here. Let's just enable the option here and then just click on save changes. Now if I open the website again, which is in incognito window, and if I refresh this again, now if I click here, you can see now we have this register here. So with this, people will have to provide their email address and they'll get a link to set their own account. So this is how we are actually completely done with the header and the footer of our website. And with that, now we can actually start creating the pages on our website. So in order to create the home page, what you can do is to click on this home, and once you will click on the home, you can click on this edit page. By the way, if you have noticed that I already have changed the colors, so I decided to go with another dummy logo. This is called Theme Hunters. So this has this green color, so I applied the green color just the way I showed you previously. So now once you will click on this home, what you can do is to click on this edit page button right here. And once you will click on this edit page, first of all, you will have to look at this thing that says template. So click on this template, and once you will click here, it should be the default template. From there, you want to choose the full width because we want to use the full width page on our website. So after that, click on this update. And once you will do that, then click on edit with UX builder. And once you will click on edit with UX builder, the UX builder will start loading, and you will have to wait until it will get loaded. So right here you can see the UX has been loaded. If you want, you can start with a slider, but right now we will be creating everything from scratch. So for that, what you can do is to click on this edit element right here, and from here you want to choose this thing that says section. And in the section, what you can do is to pick one of these predefined sections. What we can do is to pick this section right here that has this box left dark. So choose this one or either choose this one. I think let's choose this one, and then click on this apply button, and then you will have these two sections right here. So from here, what you can do is to click on this add element, and once you will click on add element, click on this section. So from here, we want to use this default section. So click on this apply, so that we'll have a default section here. Now we want to insert a slider in here. So click on this plus and then insert this slider right here, or just click on the slider. And once you will click on slider, here you can see our slider has been added. Now from here, what you can do is to either click on this plus, and once you will click on plus, here you can see we have some predefined layouts right here. So we can go ahead with this banner right here. So click on this banner, and once you will click on banner, here it will give you some style. We can go ahead with this style right here, and then you can click on this apply button. So now here you can see we have this style showing up something like this. If you will go back here you can see now we have a section, and on the section we have this slider. But now you can see we have some white space on the top and white space at the bottom. That is something we don't need. So click on this cog icon icon, and then from here click on this options, and once you will click on options, here you will see padding 30 pixels applied by default. Enter 0 here so that every padding that is coming by default will get removed from here. And now you can see we only have this slider right here. So if I click on this slider, now our slider has been selected, but we are actually interested in this banner that is showing up right here. So click on this banner, and then in here click on cog, and then click on options right here. So from here we want to insert a background image, so click on select media, and then from here you can choose some of these banner. I already have this banner selected, so I'll select this banner and I'll insert it as the background, and here you can see this is how it is showing. For now I'll just keep whatever banners we have, or maybe we can choose more relevant kind of banner. Maybe we'll get some relevant banner. I don't see anything that resonate with the theme, so let's just go ahead with this banner that I created using Photoshop. So here you can see this is going to be our slider. Then in here you want to insert few things. First of all, you want to insert a title. So for the title, what I actually want is to insert 300 plus, so 3000 plus. I'll change this H2 to H1, and then in here we can start adding our text. So maybe let's insert 5000 plus, and then for this smaller headline we can insert more text. We will call it WordPress themes and plugins, and then after that for this additional paragraph text right here we can insert more things. So here I want to insert unlimited domain usage plus free new versions. That's what I want to insert in here. Then you can change the text color as well. So for that, hover over here and then change the color to the black color, and here you can see it is the black color, and then you can align it in the center, something like this, or you can keep it aligned towards the left side, however you want it to be. And then if you want to increase the box size, just click on this box, and here you will see this width. Increase the width or decrease the width, anything that you want. You have the complete freedom here. Then here you can see we have two buttons. We don't need two buttons, so I'm going to remove the second button from here. I'll use this single button that is showing up right here, and for that I want to call it as join the club. And then also if you want you can choose the letter styling. I'll keep it as capitalized style, and then here is the size option. Either you can go with this thing or you can add your own padding. So for example, if I add 25, 15 on the top and 15 on the bottom, and then 35 to the left and 35 to the right, here you can see this is how it is looking. You can adjust the paddings according to however you want to display your button. So I think I want to display the button something like this, and then we can adjust the border radius, and I'll make it as 40 border radius. Then I may decrease the size at the top and the bottom a little bit, so you can see this is how it is looking. So this is the first slide that we are going to have. We can also add more slides, any number of slides that you want. For that, just click on this apply button, and then in here where you see this banner, just duplicate this, and once you will duplicate this, you will notice that now we have these two sliders. And notice here we have this navigation, the dot navigation right here. So in order to edit that, click on this cog icon and then click on this options, and once you will click on this options, here you will see this option that says navigation. For now you can see our arrows has been on, and the arrow style is circle. So here you can change it to simple, or you can change it to reveal, or you can simply turn that off. Or here you can change the arrow colors to dark, and here you can see this is what they are referring as arrows. Now you can see those arrows as I hover over this slide. Also, let's just change it to simple, and here you can see this is how the simple look, and if I change it to circle, you can see this is how the circle looks. So you have these three different kind of options you can go through, and here is the bullet style: circle, dashes, so this is the dashes spaced, this is that, and then we have simple, and then we have square. So you have these styles available. You can go through these styles and decide on whichever styles you want to keep. So let's just keep this dashes style, and then we have this auto slide option. So for now the timer is 6 seconds, so let's change it to 3 seconds right here. Pause on hover, we can just off that part, and auto sliding should be always on. With that, if I click on this apply and if I click on this update button, let's just look at this website in a new tab. So here you can see this is our first slide, and after that 3 seconds you can see it is rotating and it is changing the slides. So in this way you can create a slider as well, and this thing that says banner, this is actually the slide 1, and then in here you can click on this banner 2, and then you can click on this cog options, and then in here once again you can change the media. So for this media, let's just change it to this slider banner right here, and it will appear something like this. And for this slide we can change it to, we can change the text to something like access to all premium. So I want to change this to access to all premium, and here WordPress themes and plugins, unlimited usage, and so on and so forth. That looks good. So with that you can also change this thing as well, and in here you can see this is how it is looking. Of course we'll have to change a lot of things in here. I'm not going to go in details on more customization, but I think right now it is looking just fine. If you want to make this semi-transparent, like this text box, if you wanted to make the semi-transparent, here is the background color properties, and under here you can make it semi-transparent, and this is how the semi-transparent will look. Also you can also apply additional options like margins, width, scale. You have all of these options, and layout style for now it is normal. You can change it to square, you can change it to circle, anything that you want. And then you can also change the hover effect here as well, and you can also animate this thing. I'm not going to animate this. You can also apply the parallax, and then you have the option for the horizontal and the vertical padding, and here you can see this is how the horizontal and vertical paddings are working. And here the text alignment, with the text alignment you can align the text or anything. And then once again there is the background color, and here is the border radius, so you can apply your own custom border radius. So let's just apply 15 pixels of border radius to this panel. Just click on this apply button, then click on this first banner, and then for the first banner you can just expand this, and then you can click on this text box, and then you can go to options right here. Under the options we are actually interested in this border radius, and we'll change it to 16, and now you can see we have this 16 pixels applied to this thing as well. Also you can change the colors to anything that you want. So let's try to pick a color, this green color. I'm using the Carousal extension. I already told you about this extension. Let's go back here and let's insert the color code. Here you can see this is how it is looking. This is not the right color that we wanted, so I'll copy the color again, or I'll try to pick up the color again to see if we can get the green color, but I think it's not properly picking the colors. Yeah, so here is the green color. I'll copy the code and I'll paste it. You can see this is how it is looking, and then we can just reduce the opacity of that color somewhere there, and you can see this is looking fine. So I'll click apply, and then I'll click update. Now if I go back and if I refresh, you can see this is how it is looking. So obviously you can always, you have the option to change the slides, change the background, design it any ways that you want. Now here you can see we have this weird footer showing up. That is something we don't need, so let's just disable it before we actually move forward creating the other sections on this home page. So in order to do that, what you want to do is to hover over to this Flatsome, then this theme options, and then click on this footer. You will have to wait until it will get loaded. Here you will see this option, enable footer 1. Just toggle this off or uncheck this option and it will remove the footer from here. Then click publish, and then you can close that. Now here you can see we have the page showing up something like this, and it is looking good. So now we can actually start creating other sections on our. So for that, once again hover over to this edit page and then click on edit with UX builder, and once you will click on edit with UX builder, it will get loaded something like this. Now here you will see this tiny plus icon, so click on this plus. Now from here select a section, so search for a section, or actually we are adding it inside of this, so we don't actually want to do that. Then in here just click on add element, and from here click on this section, and once you will click on this section, now you will have a new section added right here. And once you will have this section added, we can actually start adding some new elements in here. So from here just scroll all the way down and click apply, and once you will click apply, now what you actually want to do is to go back from here and then click on this plus add element, and then you can start adding few rows. So click on this row option right here, and for now we need a 1 column row right here. So in the 1 column row click on this plus, and this time what we need is actually a text and a header. And a small heading, something like this. And here you will see this option lead paragraph, paragraph with the headline. Once you will click these, you will notice that there you will see the preview of how these things looks. So you can look at these things and you can decide which one of these things you would like to keep. So I think I want to go ahead with this headline with the subtitle, and then I'll click apply. Now from here you will see this alignment option, so align it in the center so everything look good. So here you can see this is now aligned in the center. Now what we can do is to start adding new things in this section. So first of all, what I want to do is to insert a title. So inside of this title, this is going to be the h2 because we have already added the h1 above. And then in here I just want to insert WordPress premium featured categories, and then in here I want to apply the h3 as well. This is going to be explore the best category of GPL cart or themes hunters for the WordPress. So this is going to be the title, and then we can change the text color to the black color, and this is how it looks. So after that, what I want is to insert a 3 column here. So I'll click on this plus here, and now once again I'll insert a row. Then from the row I want to keep this 3 column layout, so I'll select this 3 column and then I'll click. So you can see now this is how it is looking. Now inside here we can start adding more things. I'll click on this add element, and once you will click on add element, then in here click on this text because we are going to use the text, and this time we are going to use paragraph with the headline. Click on apply button. So for this one I want to name it as WordPress themes because we have a category for that, and then I want to add some paragraph or the additional text under this so that people can understand what is this all about. I will align it in the center, something like this, and then in here you can apply the line height. I'll make it 1.3 em so that we'll have a nice line height between these elements. After that, what I want to do is to insert button. So click here and then search for button, and here you will see we have the button. So I'm going to have this underline type of button right here, and then I'll click on this apply. Now here you can see now we want to align this button in the center. So the way you will do that is to click on this column and then click on this options and then align it in the center. Here you can see now it is in the center, and you can change this to anything. So for now we can change it to view more or something like that. So let's just keep it as view more. Then we need to add some images. So after this, just hover over here and then click on plus and then search for an image because we want to add an image. So insert the image here and then click on select media. I'm going to upload some of the images that I already have prepared for this tutorial. So I'll go to desktop, GPL cart, and there are some of the images that we will use. So I'll select them and then I'll upload them right here. So let's upload. So this is going to be the image that we'll use. So I'll click on this use image, and you can see this is how it is looking. It is looking quite good. So now what you want to do is to go here and then hover over to these columns, and then from here click on this, and once you will click on options, add the padding of 25 pixels on the top and on the bottom. Maybe on the bottom you want to keep only 0 because we already have some spacing, so keep it 0, and from the right and the left add the 10 pixel. Then from here what you can do is to add the border radius, what we are using as 15 pixels. You cannot see it now, but soon it will become visible to you once we will apply the border. So apply a border with the width of 1 pixels, and as I am applying the border, you can see now how it is looking. It is looking quite good. So now you can see it is stretching this image at the bottom. So let's just add some padding at the bottom, and here you can see this is how it is looking. And for the border radius again, let's make it 15, and here you can see this is how it is looking. So you can add or apply anything that you want. Let's just change the color to the black color, and you can see now it is all black. Now we have prepared this column. What we can do is to start duplicating this column. So I'll collapse this column and I'll delete this column from here. I'll also delete this column, and now I'll just duplicate this column 2 times so that we'll have 3 columns in a row. Now for this text area right here, this is also a column, or this is a text right here. So I'll click on this options, and then in here we'll have to see to add the padding. So we cannot add the padding to the text, so hover over to this row and then click on this options, and once you will click on this options, here you will see column padding. So in the padding, insert 40 pixels or probably 80 pixels. That doesn't look good, so we'll have to actually add some spacing between here. So for that, what you can do is to hover over to this text and then click on plus, and then in here you have a separate widget for gap. So insert the widget for gap, drag it right below the text, or for now let's just drag it above the text, and then move the text above here. So now you can see we have this spacing right here. Now click on this section. For now we have this 30 pixels of padding. I'll change it to 50 pixels, and now you can see we have this 50 pixels of padding, and this is how it looks. So I'll click on this apply button, and then I'll click update, and now if we go back and if I refresh, you can see this is how our section is looking, and it is looking quite good. So if you want to increase the font size, you can just increase the font size from here, something like this. For now it is 1.45 em. It looks fine, and I'll just change this H3 to H6 probably. Yeah, H6 will look good, so let's just change it to H6. So this is how it looks. We'll have to add more padding to these columns that we have. So I'll go to these options in the columns, and at the top let's just make it to 35, and on the left and right let's just all make it to 35 and 35. Then click on this apply button. After that, click on this update. Now let's just go back and hit refresh, and you can see the padding is not getting applied, and the reason for that is this. If you will go back here for the row, and if you click here and if you click on this options, you will see we have this padding applied here. So let's close this padding, and now you can see we have our padding applied again. So I'll click on this update button. Now if we'll go back and if we refresh, you can see now we have this nice spacing all around the corners right here. Now you can see we have these sections added. We can just change the content for these sections and the image that we have. So the second one, I want to change it to WordPress plugins, and then I want to insert some additional text. So I'll add some text such as speed, add-on and support. And for the third column, I want to add a WooCommerce category. So I'll add it as WooCommerce themes, and here I'll add explore the e-commerce collection instead of explore the WordPress collection. So now for this image, we can change this image to something else. So click on this change media, and from here select this image, and for the third image click on this change media, and for that select this image. So here you can see this is how it is looking. After that, just click apply and update, and it will update everything for you. So now for this section, just click on it, and here you can see we have 35, 35 and 35. So we need to ensure we apply the same padding. So 35, 35, 35 and 10. And for the last one, I want to apply the same padding. So the 35, 35 and 35 for this. So now they are all uniform. Now I can click on this update button. Now if I go back and if I refresh, you can see this is how it is looking. So this has started coming out pretty nice. So now what we can do is to start applying more things here. So for that, what we can do is to click on this plus here, and then once again add a new section, and this time select a default section and then click on this apply. And once you will apply, this is how it will look. First of all, what you want to do is to remove any padding that we have. So I'll make it 0 padding, so we will not have any kind of padding right here. Now in here, what I want to show is actually a title, a big title. So for that, let's just duplicate this thing. Let's duplicate this and bring it down right here. It will appear something like this, and now we can just change the title. So I'll change it to browse quickly our latest update, and I also want to update the paragraph text or the H6 text to explore the best sellers on Theme Center. Okay, cool. Now next to that, what I actually want is to insert tab. So in order to insert tabs, just click on this plus, and then in here you want to search for tab. So here are the tabs that we want to use. So drag it here or just click on these tabs, and here you can see this is how it is looking. So go back from here, you can see they are going in a new section. We don't want that, we just want them to appear right. So now they are in this section. Now the next thing that I actually want to do is to duplicate this gap from here, and I'll insert the gap right here, right below there, so that we'll have a nice gap here. So here, now what we can do is to click on these tabs, and then you can click on these options. First of all, align it in the center. Then where it says tab title, you can just remove the tab title because we don't actually need that. And then for the size, you can decide whether the large or extra large or any kind of style that you want. Now you will have the other options like on click or on hover. Like if you will click on this, the tabs will change, or before on the hover. So I want to keep it as on click. And then here is the style. If you want to make it to vertical or horizontal, you have that option available as well. So anyways, I want to have them as the horizontal tabs. Now inside of these horizontal tab, you will see this tab panel. So we are actually interested in the tab panel as well. So in here, click on these options, and here you will see this tab 1 title. So for the title, I want to change it to top seller themes, so that we can change it to top seller themes. And then in here you can start adding your elements. So here I want to display the products, so we can scroll down until you will see this option product. So insert this products here, and here you can see our products are showing. Here you will have the option change between feature products, best selling products, lookbook style 2, lookbook style 3, masonry style, or the grid style. You have all of these options. I'll go with the default option right here, and then I'll click apply. Now in here you will once again have some few options like this default. If you will change it to normal, these styles will change. You can change it to overlay. Now if I hover over, you can see now we have this option. Then we have shade, and then you have this vertical. So basically you have all of these different kind of options. You can go through all of these options and decide whichever option you want to use. I'm comfortable with this option right here. So here you can see now for the type it is set to slider. You can change it to row, and it will be changed to a row. And here you can see it is showing this many products because I only have a number of products uploaded. If you want, you can change it to masonry as well, and then if you want, you can change it to a grid as well. So this is how the grid looks. And then let's just keep it as row because we are good with the row. For the row columns, let's keep as 4 columns. And for the box where it says category, you can keep the category, you can keep the title. For the rating, just hide it. For the price, we want to have that. For the quick view, we want to have the quick view, and then at the last equalize the item so that all of them will have the same size. And then in here where it says category, you can actually categorize this option. So we say themes, we can just only keep the WordPress themes here. And here for the total post, it is set to 8. You can make it 4 so that only the 4 items will appear in this grid right here that we are having. Once that is done, just click on this apply button, and now we have this thing added. What you can do now is to duplicate these products from here, and then you can move and drag it inside of the second tab, which is this tab right here. Now if I click on this tab 2 title, we can change the title to top seller plugins, just like this. And now these are appearing in this second tab. So now we want to filter out the products based on different category. So now we actually want to search for plugins, social media, WooCommerce, WordPress plugins. So let's keep WordPress plugins, and these are the products that are showing in the WordPress plugin. I want to remove this WordPress theme from here so that we'll only have the WordPress plugins showing up right here, and we want to keep the 4 products. Now we don't actually need the third tab, so you can remove that tab by clicking on delete. And here's how you can see now we have these 2 tabs showing up, something like now you can see this is how it is looking. So now we can actually start creating more sections. So I'll go back to the UX builder where we are. So we are here. From here, what I want is to click on this plus icon, and then you can click on this section because we want to add one more section. And this time this is actually going to be a default section. Or maybe we can have a default section, something like this, and then you can click on apply. But we want to apply a different background color. We don't want to make it a solid color like the white color. We want it to have like a gray color. So I'll just insert the gray color right here. So here you can see now we have the gray color. And then first of all, we want to have a title at the top about, so that we can give people a reason that why they should buy our membership or why they should buy the products from us. So let's just change it to why join theme hunters, just like this. And then we can actually get rid of this entire thing, this part, so that we'll only have by join theme hunters. And right at the bottom we want to have a row, so I'll insert a row with 3 columns, or probably we can have 4 columns. So with the 4 columns, and then I'll click on apply. So now we have these 4 columns. So first of all, we are going to have this kind of text. So I'll just duplicate this text from here, and then I'll bring it down and insert the text right here. So the first item that I want to, or the first feature that I want to highlight highlight is that all of the products that are going to be here will be the original products, meaning the original items, no modified versions whatsoever. And then I'll insert the additional information about that, and then we can align these things toward the left side just like this. Now we can just duplicate this and paste it one time here. We can duplicate it one more time and insert it here, and then we can duplicate it one more time and paste it here. Just about it. Then the next step we can add is that all of the products are going to be 100% legal, and then we can add some description about that part right here. Then we can have another feature here that all of our products are virus free and verified by McAfee Secure, and then we can have some additional text or the description for this right here. And then we can have an additional feature, unlimited downloads, so that people can download unlimited times. And I'm going to say that you are going to download it unlimited times however you want. So these are all going to work as the features. Now we just have to adjust the spacing between these things. So I have added a gap here. Here you can see we have a gap. So I'm just going to duplicate this gap from here, and then we can just select and drag that gap at the top here. And then I'll move the heading at the top, and then I'll increase the gap from 30 pixels to 30 pixels. And then we can once again duplicate it from here, and then I want to move it at the top, something like this, so that we'll have some spacing at the top. Now you can click on apply and update. Now if we go back here and if I refresh the website, and if I scroll down, you can see now we have a good spacing here. Let's just align them in the center because left align is not looking good. So I'll click on this heading, and then we can align these items in the center. If you want, you can add the icons here or the images at the top to make it more visually appealing, but I'm not going to do that. Now after that, what we need is to show them a pricing plan so that they can decide which pricing plan they want to keep. For the pricing plan, I'm only going to have like 2 pricing plans, nothing more than that. So I'm going to have either a monthly membership. We can actually have 3 pricing plans. So just click on this plus, and then once again add a section, a default section, and then click on apply. And then for this section, we are going to duplicate this text that we are using. So I'll just click on this duplicate button right here, and then I'll drag it down and I'll paste it right here. Now I want to duplicate this gap, so I'll just duplicate it and I'll paste it here. And now I want to duplicate it one more time to give the proper spacing between the element, and I'll paste it at the top. And then I'll change it here, change the heading to join our club, join membership, or join our club, just like this, join our club. And then get access, some additional text as get access to all products by just subscribing a membership. So now at the bottom we want to display them the pricing plan, so I'll add 3 columns here, and then I want to duplicate the gap from here. We have a gap here. I'll just move it at the top because we want to have the gap here. So I'll click on this add element here, and then we have a widget for the pricing plan. Here is the pricing table, so just insert the pricing table right here. Now we can actually start customizing this table. So click on this pricing plan, and here you will see the title. So for the title, I want to insert starter 1 month membership, and this is going to be $8.99 per month. Of course, you can change it to anything that you want. That is completely your choice. Then for all of these titles, you can add your own content. So I'm just adding a random content that I can think of then, and that I have prepared already. So next up is it is going to be direct downloadable links, and then let's duplicate it one time, and I'll add a new item as the access to new releases, and then I'll duplicate it one more time and I'll name it as unlimited domain usage. And then I'll duplicate it one more time and I'll call it as standard support. And then I'll duplicate it also the last time and I'll call it as 1 month free download. This is how it is going to look. Now what we can actually do is to insert a button at the bottom so that people can take the action. So I'll just duplicate this button from here, and then I'll drag it all the way down, and then I'll insert the button at the bottom here that will say join the club or join now. Let's just change it to join now, and you can see this is looking good. Now we can duplicate this pricing plan one time and we'll insert it here, and then we can duplicate it one more time and we'll insert it here because we want to keep 3 pricing plans. So for the next pricing plan, this is going to be the yearly membership. So we are going to call it yearly membership. We can actually remove this starter word from here, and then for we can also remove this starter word from here, and then we can also remove this starter word from here, and we can name it as lifetime membership. So for this yearly membership, I want to give them more options. So I want them to get the yearly membership for like $70 per year, just like that. And for those things I want to give them an option that they can access all the premium plugins. 10 downloads per day, we can change this number 20 downloads per day, and then frequent updates, direct download links, access, and then 1 month free download. We can change it to 1 year because this is a yearly plan. 1 year free downloads. Now this is a lifetime plan, so for the lifetime plan we want it to be a featured plan, so I'll click on this featured, and here you can notice this is now featured. We can also add a background color if you want, but I think we are not going to have a background color. This looks good anyways, so I'll change this pricing. So for this pricing, let's just make it 99 for lifetime, 99, or just make 99 LTD meaning lifetime deal LTD, just like that. And then in here we want to give them 30 downloads per day if they'll get this plan, and then they are going to have all of these things. And then there is an additional thing that they can have, and that is they can duplicate, cancel anytime. And then after, in the next phase, we are going to connect these buttons with the respective pricing plans that we are going to have on the web. So for now I'll click on update and then click apply. Now if we'll go back and if I'll refresh this, you can see now this is how our pricing plan are showing, and they are all looking good. For now you can see we have this slider at the top, and then we have this section at the bottom, and then we have these tabs right here, then a section for the features, then a pricing plan section, and then if you want we can have one last thing, and that can be the testimonials. Maybe you want to display the testimonials on the website or something like that. So if you want to display the testimonials, what you will have to do is to go back here, and then you can click on this plus. For now click on this section and choose default. For now just duplicate this part from here, and then what you want to do is to click on add element, and then in here let's insert a slider. So I have added the slider, then click on this plus, and then select a row because we want to display 3 testimonials at the time. Now what you can do is to click on this plus, and then from here you want to search for a widget that says testimonial. Just click on that widget and that widget will appear. Now you can see this is how it is looking. You can click on this apply button. Here if I go down, you can see this is testimonial. You can duplicate this one more time, and then you can add this in this column. Then you can duplicate it one more time, and then you can add it in this third column. So here you can see now we have these 3 testimonials. Why don't we give it a title as well? So let's just duplicate this and bring it down and bring it at the top right here. So click on this apply button and let's look at it where it is. So we actually wanted to insert in the section. Let's insert this tag right here in the section. Now we want to duplicate this gap here. So I'll duplicate the gap, and here you can see we have this gap, and I want to place this gap right here at the bottom. I want to duplicate this gap one more time, and then I'll place that gap at the top of the text. Now we can actually change the background color to the gray color. So I'll click on this copy special and I'll copy the color code. I'll go to the section and then I'll click on this options, and then in here you can insert the color, and here you can see this is how it is looking. So here people can display their testimonials about the website. Maybe you will have some testimonials that you want to use, so you can display those testimonials right here. And this is a slider, meaning you can duplicate this. This is a row and this is a slider. So if you will just hit this row, it will serve as the second slide, because here you can see now we have these gaps. So click on this gear icon and then click on the settings, and here you can see stripe. You can change it to fade and it will appear something like this, but we want to have the slide effect. And here is the layout. You can choose whether you want it to have the container layout, focus layout, or the shadow layout. These are all the different kind of layouts that you have available, but we are comfortable with the default style that we have. And then in here for the slide alignment, we want to keep it in the center. For the background color, we don't want to give it any background color. Then here are margin, infinitive, meaning infinity scroll, free scrolling on, draggable on, parallax, no parallax, and we want to display this on the mobile as well. And for the navigation, we want the navigation to show always. Pagination, we want it to show inside. Size should be large. We don't want to display arrows anyways. It should only be circle, and it should be in dark color. So here you can see now we have two slides here. And then we want to adjust the timer. So let's change it to 3000. That will be 3 seconds, and we don't want it pause on hover, and it should auto slide. So then click on apply and then create. Now if we go back here and if I refresh this page, you can see now we have this testimonial carousel. You can see this is how it works. So this is how basically you can create a beautiful home page for your theme and plugin selling website. So now we have created the home page, we can now actually start creating the single product page and the archive page. To customize the archive page or the shop page, what you actually want to do is to hover over to this customize and click on that. And once you will click on that, it will actually start loading, and you will have to wait until it will start loading. So here you can see it has already been loaded. So click on this WooCommerce, and once you will click on this WooCommerce, click on this product catalog. This is going to be the archive page, the shop page for our website. So here you can see everything else is looking nice. What we only need to do is to add some sidebar to this widget area. And here you can see we have some catalog layouts available here. If you want to have no sidebar whatsoever, you can choose no sidebar, and with that it will appear something like this. And if you want to have off canvas sidebar and filters at the top, you can toggle on this option, and here you can see there it will show the filters. But I think it's really good to have the filters appearing up front using the sidebar. So I'm going to use this layout right here. And then under the list style, you can choose between 3 options. So you can choose masonry, list, or grid. So this is how the list will look, and this is how the grid will look. I think I'll just keep the grid layout, and make sure you just enable this option equal image height, so that you will have the equal image heights here. And if you want, you can make your sidebar sticky as well. We'll come back to this option. Then in here we have some title settings. You can choose between the title options here. So this is the title. If you will toggle on this option, you will have a background color at behind. Here you can see we have the background color, and if you will toggle on this option, we'll have this title at the center. If you want, you can click on this show title, and it will show the title as well, like this shop. This is the breadcrumb. You can hide or display the breadcrumb any ways you want. You can just hide the breadcrumb, and then you can hide that as well. And then if you want, you can, I'll actually change it to this simple layout here. And if you want, you can also hide show catalog ordering. So if you will toggle that off, check that off, it will hide that option from here. And then it will also hide show results counts, and now you don't have any results count here. Also show featured image as a background, it will display the featured images as the background. If you want to toggle that on, you can keep that on. I'll just disable that option from here. Then we have some setting for the breadcrumb. I already hide the breadcrumb, so you won't be able to see them. But if you want to keep the breadcrumb, you can toggle on this option, and here you can see this is the breadcrumb. Here you can choose between the normal case and the uppercase for the breadcrumb. If you will choose normal case, this is how it will look. So you can decide between those things. And then there are some options for the category boxes. I'm comfortable with the default one that we have, but you can try the other options that are available here. Then in here you have some options for the grid styles. For now the grid is like left aligned. You can choose to align it in the center, or you can choose to align it just like this. So where you will product prices will be on the right side of the grid. So here you can see this is how it is looking. Then you can also decide image hover effect. So here you can see back image fade in. If you will have other images, they will fade in, but if you don't have, you can choose this back image zoom in or just zoom. If you will choose zoom, you will notice that when I hover over, these images are now zoom in. So you can also decide zoom, fade, blur, fade in, fade out. There are other options available here as well. Then you can also decide the drop shadow and drop shadow for the hover. Then there is an option for the add to cart button. I don't want to display add to cart like on every product, so I'm comfortable with that. But if you want to display, you can toggle on this option and it will display the add to cart button below every product. And then you have the option for the button style as well. You can choose the plain style, and this is how the plain style will look. You can choose the underline style. This is how the underline style will look. You can choose shade, bevel. There are many other kind of styles available to choose from. So I'm not going to choose any one of these. I'll just pick the default one that they had. Then we have show category and show ratings. Let's just keep them. We don't want to display any other things. Then for the bubble style, so here you can see this is the bubble sale. You can choose this option, and there you can see it is inside, or you can choose this option. It will bring it here. So let's just keep it just the way it is, or we can completely hide the bubbles because we don't need them. So this is basically all the settings that you have available for the archive page customization. Now what we actually want to do is to display our filter in this widget area, in the sidebar area. So here you will have to go to the widgets, and here you can see we have this shop sidebar. So click on the shop sidebar, click on add widget, and from these widgets you want to display a widget that will help you categorize the products, filter the products based on categories. So for now you have filter products by attributes, filter products by price, filter products by rating, and then Flatsome upsell products, Flatsome UX blocks. If you will scroll down, you will find more option here. Products by rating list, product categories. So if you will toggle on this product categories, you can see now we have all of the product categories that we have in here in our navigation menu. If you want to show them as the hierarchy, they'll show as a hierarchy. If you will toggle that off, now you can see they are all open. So let's just keep them in the hierarchy, and then you can also display the product counts, or you can also show as a drop down. So we want to show them as a drop down or no, that is your choice. And then you can also choose between order by name or category order. You can toggle that on or toggle that off. Here you can see this is the category order. So you can choose between all of these different kind of options that are available here. So in this way you can add a product categories filter right here. You can also add more widgets. You have a number of widgets available here, like this product search, but we already have the product search in the header, so we are not going to use that. Like this product rating list, and then we also have like this filter product by rating, filter product by price, filter product by attribute. So these are all different kind of things that you have available. And then you have this archive, a monthly archive of your site post, and then you have this active product filters, whichever filter will be active. So I think I'm going to keep this one, whichever we have enabled here. This looks good, and then we can click on publish. So in this way we have just customized our shop page and the product archive page. So for example, if I click on this like WooCommerce plugin, you can see that this is our WooCommerce plugin page. From here you can identify that. Alright, now just look at product single page, like the product page. So for that, click on this product page. Now if you will click on product page, you will actually have to open one of the product pages. So this is our one of the product pages, and you can see this is not looking very good. So from here you can decide these options. Right sidebar small, for now this is selected. You can choose between left sidebar. I would rather go with the left sidebar. And then in this sidebar we'll have to attach the widget. So go to the widgets. Here you can see now we have another option available, product sidebar. So go to the product sidebar and click on add widget, and in this add widget we are once again going to display the product categories. So let's find product categories. Here they are. Let's insert the product categories option right here, and then let's keep show hierarchy and everything that is showing here. Let's just go back, and now go to WooCommerce and then product page. So here you can toggle between all of these different kind of styles. So this is no sidebar. Let's go to home page and open one of these products. So let's open this B theme. So you can see this is how it is looking, no sidebar. With the left sidebar, you will notice that we'll have these product categories showing up something like this. If you want to have left sidebar full height, you can toggle this option and then you will have this left sidebar as the full height option available right here. Also, you can go through all of these different kind of layouts that you have available. This provides you with number of options. So right sidebar, wide gallery. With the wide gallery, your image will be at the top and then everything at the bottom, and then you have this stacked option. So in the stacked option, you can see this is how it looks. So I'm going to go with this left sidebar option because this makes more sense to me. And then if you want, you can toggle on different style of the product header. So here you can see for now this is how our product header is looking. You can toggle on this option to match it with our shop page or the archive page template. Now if we scroll down here, you can see for the product gallery, for the product image width, for now it is 50%. You can increase or decrease that. So let's just keep it 5 by 12. That looks good. Let's just update this. Let's go to the website again. And once you will go to the website, let's open one of the products. So let's open this product. And here you can see this looks good. Now we have this image here, this product categories here, and the product title, product pricing, additional text, and these are to add to cart buttons and everything. You can toggle between the different styles of gallery. I am going to keep this option, but you can toggle on this option if you want. Then here is the different animation. You can choose the slide animation or the fade animation. I think we are going to keep the slide animation as this looks good. And then this product image lightbox, we are going to use this new WooCommerce lightbox or Flatsome lightbox. You can choose between that, or you can completely disable the lightbox feature anyways. So next up we have this product summary option. So under the product summary, which is this one, you can choose the text alignment. You can make it center align. It will make the text center align. You can see it is center align, or you can make it right align. Let's just keep it on the left align. And then the font style, you can, for now it is default. You can choose a flat style. Here you can see it will change. It is now changed to a flat style, or you can change it to a minimal style. And this is the minimal style. So let's just keep the flat style here. And here you can toggle on product title divider. So this is the divider here. You can toggle on or turn that off. And then you have sticky add to cart. So check mark here and on this sticky add to cart, and as you scroll down here you can see we have this sticky add to cart button right here. And then if you want, you can show the review count. For now we don't have any reviews, so I'm not going to turn this on. Then we have show meta or categories, which is this option, so we are going to use this. And then show share icon, we also want to use this share icon, so I'm going to keep that. Then next up we have tabs. So these are the tabs. For now we have line tabs available. You have number of styles available, like tab normal, that comes with WooCommerce default. Then line tab grows, which is this one, as the line grows. When you hover over tabs vertical, you can have tabs in a vertical position just like this. And then you can have pills, which will be like buttons. And then you can have outline, sections, or accordion. Let's just keep as accordion, and let's keep it as accordion collapsed, as that makes more sense, so that people can expand or collapse them. All right. Next up we have this related or upsell products. In the related or upsell, you can choose between the option product upsells in sidebar, below description, or disabled. We can keep it in the sidebar. And then related product style, slider, grid, or disable. We can keep the slider. As you can see, this is sliding through different products. And then there is custom HTML and custom add to cart, so that you can create your own elements or HTML blocks and add them here. So this is how you can also customize your single product page, and I'm good with the layout of how it looks. Then you have some option for the my account page. So this is my account. Just hover over there, and here is the dashboard. So if you will click on the dashboard, it will take you to the my account page. So in the my account page, you can change the background title, which is this one. I'm good with this color in the title, so I'm not going to change that. You can change the alignment to the center, right or left. Let's keep it towards the left side, and then you can choose the text color. Then for the login text, you can change it here. I think by default it looks fine, so I'm not going to change that. And then we have this social button that I'm not going to change. So this looks fine. We can just click on this update button, and then you have this payment icons. So this payment icons right there: Visa, PayPal, Stripe, MasterCard, cash on delivery. So we don't have cash on delivery, so I'm going to disable that. Then whichever payment gateway you would like to use, you can just turn on their respective icons, like credit card or credit card 2, or debit card or MasterCards or anything like that, like this Google Pay. And then there are like ton of other options available, like this MasterCard 2, Master Secured Card, Paybox, Paylife, PayPal 2, PayShop, PayU. So you have a list of these different kind of payment gateways, and when you turn them on, it will display a new icon right here, or you can also add your own custom icon right here. Alright, next up, if we go back, we have the option for the product images. We don't have to go through those. Next up, we have this checkout. So right now you can see this is how our checkout is looking, and first of all you can toggle between the simple, and this is how the simple looks. You don't have any header whatsoever, and the focus, where you will not have any header or any footer, just your checkout page. Let's just keep it to default because default looks fine. And then you can decide which field you want to display. I want to hide the company name field, address line 2 field as well. And then here for the privacy policy page, you can select a privacy policy page. For the terms and condition page, you can create a page and select it here. And then there are some additional options: terms and conditions, link styles. For now it is set to default. We don't have a page, that's why you cannot see it. If you will have that, you can toggle between these options right here. But I think right now this is looking good, so I'm not going to do much about this. So I'll just click on this publish button, and then what you can do is to go to the cart page. So I'll just click on this cart to see if it will take us to the cart page, or just click on this cart. It is not actually taking us to the cart page, so what we'll have to do is to go to the home page, and then from here you can click any of these products, and then from here you can click on add to cart, and here it will open the shopping cart page for you. So in the shopping cart you have different options available. You can toggle on the simple style, and you can see this is how the simple works, and this is the focus style. So this is exactly like how you have different options for the checkout page as well. So I'm just going to use the default option that we have. And then we don't have a sidebar, so I'm not going to enable this option. Auto update on quantity change, so this will change on automatically when they will change the quantity. And then box shipping labels, we don't have a shipping label because this is a physical product, so we don't have to display that thing. And then we also don't have to display show free shipping option. Then there is the step. For now it is default. You can choose between small. Here you can see now this is small, and even you can make it smaller. So now it is even more smaller. Let's just keep it default. And then you can add your own custom HTML blocks right here that you will create with UX Builder. So this was all that you will have to do in terms of customization for your website. For now, we are up to a point where we can add any product into the cart, and then we can go to the cart page. Let's just remove the item quantity, and then we can click on proceed to checkout, and here user can fill out their details and place their orders. But let's just set up the membership part now and see how the membership will work. In order to set up the membership functionality, what you will have to do is to go to the dashboard of your website, and then in here, remember we have added a plugin. So if I will go to this plugin, here you can see we are going to use this WooCommerce membership plugin. So let me just update this WooCommerce database, and here you can see it has been updated. So we can go back to the plugins, and this is the plugin that we are going to use with WooCommerce membership premium. So this is the premium version of the YIT membership. So what you have to do is to click on this YIT. Now let's just open our website in a new tab because we actually want to look at this membership part. So first of all, we have this 1 month membership. So I'll copy this title, and under the title you can click on this membership plans, and from here click on this add new plan. Add the title as 1 month, and then in here there are all the different options available. So allow access to this plan after purchasing a specific product. So we'll have to add 3 products for the 3 pricing plan. So let's just go to products, and under the products click on this add new, and then in here let's add the product name. 1 month. Let's copy this entire table that we have, and then in here where it says simple product, let's just make it virtual, and we want to have the pricing of $8.99. So I'll insert $8.99. I'm not going to select any category for this one. Then I'll choose a product image. So let's choose any of these product images, and then I'll click on select image. Then from here you can click on publish, and now we have this 1 month membership there. Now we need to add 2 more products for this yearly and lifetime product. So for the yearly, I'll copy this and I'll insert it as a title, and then I'll copy this entire thing from here and I'll paste it right here. Then once again I'll make it virtual. For the pricing, I want to make it $70 per year, so it will be 70. For the product image, I'll select one random image from there, and then you can click on publish. Then let's add the final product, which is going to be the lifetime plan. So for the lifetime plan, I'll copy this lifetime and I'll insert the lifetime here. For the product description, let's copy this description or the list from here. For it is a virtual product and it is going to be 99 LTD. So 99 here. For the product image, I'll select a random product image, and then you can click on publish. So with that, now you can go to this Yet and click on this membership plans. So this is the 1 month plan that we are creating. So click on this edit button right here, and then make sure you choose allow access to this plan after purchasing a specific product. So toggle on this product and then search for 1 month, because we have created this product with the 1 month. So 1 month will go here, and set an end time for this membership. Toggle this on, and 1 month contains 30 days. So enter 30 days. And then show content in membership details. Toggle on this option. Include content of other plans. You can toggle on this option as well, but we don't have any other option available, so I'll just turn that off. If you want to give discount, you will have to toggle on this option, and then you can give discount for this membership plan. So for now, I'm not going to set up a coupon code. Then here is the permission tab. So this permission is for the pages, this is for the posts, and this is for the products. So we are actually looking at products. So we want to give all of the products. So I'll click on all products, and then I'll click on this save plans. So with this, our pricing plan is ready. Now if you will go to this all memberships, or the membership plans, here you will see our pricing plan that we have created. Then here is the general options. So go to this general options, because you have to set up the general option. For the general option, automatically assign new user to a specific membership plan. So we don't want automatically apply a specific membership plan. We only want to apply the membership plan when people will purchase a membership plan. So how to manage access to the restricted content? Hide content. Members will view the restricted contents. Non-members will redirect it to the 404 page. And then another option that we have is show items and redirects, meaning non-members will be able to see the items on the archive page, but will be redirected to a specific URL when trying to open them and see full content. That's not what we need. So last item we have is show alternative content. The full content will be accessible to the members only, and you can set alternative content for the non-members. So you can see we have these 3 options available. So for this one, you can choose this option right here. And then in here, show membership menus in the account page, toggle this on so that people can see their membership level. And then in here, for the shop option, allow guests to buy products linked to a membership plan. Toggle this on because we want people to purchase the products from our website. Then in here, it says how to manage access to restricted products. Everybody can view the products, but only members can download them. How will they download that? There'll be a download tab or the download button. And then if you use a credit plan, by default, each product download is equal to how many credits? 1 credit for each product. So we have this credit options available. So users will use 1 credit for each download. Hide price and add to cart button for members. Yes, we want to hide that because we only want to display the download tab for the products. And then for member discount supply, let's just keep it to the original discount percentage set when the customer purchased the membership plan. And then for the reports, just toggle this on, and then you can click on this save options. That's all what you will have to do. Then you can go back here, and then you can go to membership plans. We have this 1 month plan added. We can click on this add a new plan, and this time we are going to create a plan for this yearly product. So I'll copy the yearly product from here, and I'll insert the yearly. And then once again, we are going to follow the same process that we followed for the monthly plan. So what you will have to do is to allow access to this plan when user will purchase a certain product, which is yearly product. So this yearly product. And then we want to set an end time limit, which is going to be 365 days equals to 1 year. And then show content in the membership details, that what we want to enable, and then use credits associated to products to download them. How many credits? In our pricing plans, we are giving them 20 downloads. So let's make it 20 credits, and every 1 day credit will be restored and unused credits will be lost, meaning they'll have 20 credits every day, and if they will not use that, credits will be lost. And then after that, if you will scroll down, we want to go to the products and we want to select all products option here, and then you can click on this save plan, and now we have this yearly plan selected. Now we can go back to all plan. Let's just open this 1 month plan again, and in this 1 month plan, use this option, use credits, and user for this monthly plan will get 10 credits so that they can download 10 products per day. Now we can go back to the membership plan and let's create a lifetime plan or the LTD plan. So LTD plan, and then allow access to this plan after purchasing a certain product, which is this lifetime time. So I'll search for this lifetime product from here and I'll select it here, and set an end time date. We don't want to set this because this is going to be unlimited or lifetime. And then show content in the membership details, yes. Include content of all the other plan, that doesn't require, but if you want, you can just toggle this on. Search for membership, you can search for your monthly or yearly, but we don't need that anyways. Then in here, users can download all products without any limits. That is what we are saying, unlimited domain usage and unlimited downloads, so they can download unlimited products. But if you want, you can set up a limit. So for example, like 50 products per day. 50 is a big number, but let's just make it 50, or you can make it unlimited, however you want. And at the last, all products, and then click on save plans, and then click on leave. That's it. Now we have these 3 pricing plans created. Now what we want to do is to link these pricing plans with our products. So now in order to connect our pricing plan buttons, which are this one, we need to actually connect our products that we have created, like 1 month plan, yearly plan, and lifetime plan with these products. So let's just do that. Hover over to this edit page and then click on edit with UX builder. And once you will click on edit with UX builder, it will start loading. So here you can see it has been loaded. Let's just scroll down. Now in here where it says join now, we want to insert a link address. So for the link address, let me just tell you one thing. We have to follow a certain link address for those buttons to directly go to the checkout page. So this area right here is going to be your domain name, and then you will have to add /checkout and then / add to cart is equal to product ID. So this thing, if I add it here, so this will going to be domain name /checkout and then / add to cart is equal to product ID. Okay, how will you find the product ID? There is an easier way. Let me just show you how. So you want to go back to your website and you want to go to your products, and once you will be in your products, if you will hover over, you can see there you have this ID 202, and this has the ID of 201, and this has the ID of 200. So that means we have the IDs of 200 and then 201 and then 202. In your case, the IDs can be different because these IDs are unique. So you need to ensure that you use the correct IDs. Now let's just copy this link address that we have and paste it here, so that we can modify this link address. The only thing that you want to modify is to insert your domain name here and to change this product ID. So I'll make this one as 200 and this one as 201 and this one as 202. Let's just ensure we are using the correct IDs 200, 201 and 202. Now that we have prepared our link structured, we can go back to this join now button. Now we have to insert those links right here. So I'll copy this first link from here and I'll paste that link right there. Now for the yearly plan, we can do the same thing. Let's just go here and copy the link from here and paste it here. And for this lifetime plan, let's do the same thing. Cut or copy the link from here, insert the link right here. Now just click on this apply and then click on this update button. Now let's just go back to our website, and if I click on this website, let's look at the cart right now and let's remove anything if we have in the cart. So I'll just remove this from here. Now let's just scroll down. Here you can see this is our yearly plan. So if you will click on this join now, you can see it says yearly has been added to your cart, and this is the price for the yearly, $70 that we have added. So yearly $70. So you can see this is how you can connect your buttons with a certain products or with a certain pricing plan. Now that we have created this, meaning our system is actually ready to work. Now we can actually start testing this thing to see how it is working. So before that, I know that I have this maintenance mode on. So I'll just hover over here under the advanced option, and here is the maintenance. So I'll click on the maintenance, and here it says enable maintenance mode. I'll disable the maintenance mode, and then I'll click on this save all changes so that our maintenance mode should be off. Now there is one more thing that we can do is we can go to our products, and in the products we can just change the price of one of these products to 0 so that we can test out that this thing is working just fine. So this is 0 now, and then I'll click on this update button. Alright, now that we know that our 1 month price is actually $0 and we are testing out this thing, let's just try clicking on this join now button. We'll actually have to remove this yearly plan from the cart, and now here you can see it is 0, and if I click on proceed to checkout, you can see the price is 0. So let's just copy the domain URL and let's open a new incognito window, and let's insert the URL here because we are going to test out the things. So here we are, and as I scroll down, here is the 1 month plan. I'll click on this join now button, and we'll have to fill out all of these details. So let's just fill out these details with some temporary US details because I'm not going to use my own details for the testing purposes. Temporary US details, or maybe we can search for temporary US address. Yeah, so this is one of the website. We can open this website right here, and US is selected. You can click on this generate button, and it has generated as this. So I can copy this address from here, and here I can insert this address. Here is the state. Let's copy the state, and it say the state is Pennsylvania. So click on this state and just search for Pennsylvania. And then for the city, this is Veniceburg. So I'll insert the city as Veniceburg. And then we have to insert a zip code. So I'll search for copy the zip code from here and paste the zip code right here. Then we have to provide a phone number. So I'll copy a phone number and insert the phone number right here. Now we actually need a working email address, but for that I'm also going to use the temporary email. So don't worry about that. So we'll have to copy this name because we need a first name and last name. So I'll copy this name and paste it here. So now we have this information ready. What we can do is to open a temporary email website. So this is temp email. I'm going to use this temp email from here. It takes some time for your temporary email to load, so you'll have to wait. And here is our temporary email. I'll copy the email. I'll go back here, and then in here you can insert your email address. And for the order notes, we can call it test, and then you can click on place order. And as you will place order, let's see if we'll get a confirmation code. Now here you can see we have this order confirmation that order has been confirmed. Let's just go back to WordPress dashboard. If I hover over to this WooCommerce and orders, you will see that we have this new order from this information that we filled in. But you know, there is a problem. Although we got the order, we need to check if the WordPress have added this user, this person, Dolly Dickinson, as the user. If you will go to users, you can see it hasn't created this as a user, meaning even people will purchase the products, they won't be able to log into their accounts and download the products. So we need to fix this issue right here. So in order to fix that, what you want to do is to go to WooCommerce, and then you want to go to the settings. And once you will go to the settings, you want to go to this accounts and privacy, and under the accounts and privacy, make sure you uncheck this option from here and check mark this option from there, right here. That's all that you want to do, and then click on this save changes. Now we can start testing it again one more time. So I'll just go there and fill out some more random details. So I'll click on this join now. I'm going to fill out all of these random details. Or what we can do is to go to our WooCommerce and delete that order. That will remove the person from our WordPress dashboard. So we are back here. I'm going to orders and I am just going to open this, and then from here you can click on move to trash. And once you will click on move to trash, this order will be sent to trash, and here you can click on empty trash so that this can be removed. Now if you go back here, these are the same details that I used earlier. Now if I click on place order, there you can see our order has been confirmed and these are all the billing address, but here you can see we are automatically logged into the account. Now here, if I'll go to the membership tab, here you can see it says that we have created the membership successfully and it is active and we have this expiration date. Now let's go to home. Let me just walk you through some of the fixes that you will need if you will face some problem setting up this website. So you might face problems with the membership setup that we set it up. So if you will go back to the WordPress dashboard, you want to go to this with membership. So you want to alter the general options right here. So for the general option, make sure you choose this hide content. Then this show membership menu in the account page. Then make sure you select allow guests to buy products linked to a membership plan. Then in here, be sure you select this option. Everybody can view products where only members can download for free or by using the credit. So download link where we can place that link after add to cart, or you can use a separate tab, or you can place on all of these different places, or using a shortcode. We are placing it after the add to cart button, and here each download required 1 credit. That's all that you will have to do, and with that your website will start working fine. If you will just face any problem, just in case. And then in here on our layout, you can see now we are getting these random products that we don't actually need. So in order to fix this thing, what you can do is to hover over to this new page and then click on edit with UX blocks. And once you will edit that, go down here for your tab. So this is the top seller theme tab. I'll go down here where you will see this option that says category WordPress themes. Here you can also select custom post. So for the custom post, let's choose this B theme, Flatsome theme, and then storefront, and then maybe Woodmart theme. So here you can see you can also select your own products that you would like to display in these tabs. So in this way you can fix this problem as well. So let's open one of the products. So here it says top seller plugins. I'll open one of these products, and here you can see we have this tab, download this product for 1 credit. So for some reason this is looking like this because it's not uploaded in the right way, but let's just open this B theme, because here you can see it says download this product for 1 credit, your credit, because this is monthly plan, 10 credits, and credits will remain after this 9. So by clicking here on the product, they can actually download the products, and here you can see it has started downloading the product. So in this way you can actually set up your own website using the complete guide and tutorial that I have crafted for you. But if you find this tutorial useful, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit the subscribe button to encourage me to create more of this kind of content. If you have any question, drop them in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.